Hello everyone, welcome to my new video. What is this video about? Well, what I would like to do is I'd like to do some wild sound design, sample it, and then put it into drum racks and sort of turn them into kits. The idea being is that those samples, those sound design jams are going to be quite long. And then what I'm going to do is generate the kits by jumping to different start positions in those long samples and just see what happens. It might be fun. It's a good excuse to screw around and experiment, and then maybe some cool stuff might come out. So let's just do it. I'm going to start with operator. I'm going to get operator in here. So I'm going to start with like a kind of kick drum type thing. So I'm going to make a note here. I'm just going to draw in a C1. I'm going to hit legato. I might maybe make that a little bit longer. Let's make this 4 bars long. Let's hit legato. Oh, okay, hit legato there. And then I'm going to click and drag here and do loop. Okay, so now when I play this from here, it'll go to here and then loop all the way around. Let's have a listen to that. Right, nice, deep sine wave. Okay, so what can I do with that to make it weird? Let's do some saturation perhaps. Let's turn the clip on, soft clip. Let's open this up, drive it a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to record this as automation into this clip here. So we're just going to record this. Just some random wibble wobbly woos. That's fun. All right, let's maybe let's get an auto filter and let's just do like a notch. Let's do a notch on here. Okay, and then maybe I wonder what I can do with this. Yeah, that's fun. Okay, all right, so let's make a, actually I'll duplicate this resample channel here and I'll rename this to kick, and I'm just going to resample what I just did. Maybe I should stick a limiter on here because the levels are a bit fluctuaty. Okay, let's record that. I'll turn that click off in a minute. Fun, okay. All right, so that's that bit. Let's do like a snare type thing now. So first I want to turn off the count in. Where's that count in? Is that the count in? No, this is the count in. Count in. No count in, please. Right, so let's go and get operator again. Let's do like a snare this time. Let's make a new note. Let's go up a little bit. Let's go here. Do the same thing. Let's maybe make it 4 bars long. Hit that note there, hit legato, and then sort of click and drag here and loop that. Did that work? Yeah, and then pull the start position back. Then it's just going to loop. Let's stop everything else. And with this, what could we do here? Well, we could maybe do, let me think. Let's get corpus. This is a sort of a snare. Let's get corpus. Let's put the membrane resonator on. Okay, and we're just going to wibble that around. Just hit record the clip automation. R2D2. Oh, it's a little clicky. Oh my. All right, now let's get the erosion. Yeah, let's get erosion on here, and then let's maybe get a limiter here. Keep it all under control. Okay, now let's just screw around with some erosion stuff. Oh. Maybe automate that so that it's on, which one is it? White noise, there we go. And let's maybe automate that so that's just all the way up. that's worked. All right, maybe a little bit of drive, tiny little bit. Oh my goodness me. Right, okay, so let's make, let's duplicate this track here, move that over here, and we'll call this snare. And I'll just resample that. So they're long jams. They're long, well, they're not hugely long. They're 4 bars, which is quite long for a sample, for a drum sample, but you'll see where I'm going in a minute. Right, let's resample this snare bit. My goodness me. Ow! Okay, that'll do. Whoa. Okay. All right, that was okay. Now let's do that again. Let's do like a snare. What's going on here? What's that? Oh, I thought that was operator. It's overdrive. Right, okay, put operator in here. No, that's an audio track. Okay, now we've got, right now, I've done it now. Right, okay. So let's go and, well, this is just going to be some noise. Doesn't matter how long it's going to be. Let's make this 4 bars, hit legato, and then loop this bit here like that. Bring the start position back. Okay, let's listen to that. And turn this to noise. Turn the filter off. Maybe a high pass. Okay, and then for this one, I might do some corpus again. Where's corpus? Yeah, let's get corpus in here. All right, so let's just record some clip automation. Set this to membrane. And okay, let's go. Just turn random stuff. It really doesn't matter. Yeah, that's okay. Maybe we could do a reverb, funny reverby thing, maybe. Let's just record some of that. Yeah, that'll do. Again, a little bit of limiting there. All right, let's resample that. Let's duplicate this resample channel here, put that over here. We'll call this one hat, and we'll resample that to this clip here. It's a little quiet. That's okay, though. Okay, that'll do. We could do a couple more. We could do some stuff, perhaps that's a little more exotic. Maybe let's do operator again. Let's draw in a note here. Do this. Set this to 4 bars. Hit legato. Grab this. Do the loop thing, and then maybe we could. Why isn't it playing anything? Why isn't it playing anything? Oh, I didn't move the start position back. There we go. Right. Okay. So now it's just going to loop round and round. Let's set this to noise. And then maybe we could use the spectral time or something to maybe make some. Yeah. And then maybe some shifter. Just rather than do clip automation here, I'll just use regular modulation on this. This could be a this is just a weird percussion sound. All right, that's cool. Yeah, that's good, yeah. Yeah, Right, let's resample that now. Okay, here we go. Cosmic. Okay, so one last thing I'm going to do is I want to sample a chord. I'm going to use like wavetable for this. Let's get wavetable in here. I'm just going to sample like a sort of -7 chord. Let's maybe do something like that. Again, let's make this nice and long, 4 bars. Grab all of these, hit legato. Oh, there we go. And have a listen to that. Oh, that's maybe an octave too low. Let's go up an octave. Oh, right, let's try that again. Shift up. There we go. And then I'm just going to scramble wavetable with some clip automation. Really low note in there as well, what that would do. Okay, that's cool. Right, so let's duplicate this resample channel, move that over here, and I'm going to call this one Synth. Okay, we've nearly got everything we need, so let's just sample all of this. Okay, it doesn't matter about the timing. Okay, that's all pretty cool. So we've got our kick sample, our snare. These are not uniform. There we go. We've got our kick sample, our snare sample, hat, percussion, and some synth. And we're going to make some funky beats, yo. Right, let's go and get the drum rack. Let's put the drum rack in here. I was going to use Simpler for this, but I thought I'd use Drum Sampler because it's the new kid in town. You can do this with Simpler as well if you want. With Sampler, slightly different approach, but this is the quick and dirty way. So let's start with our kick. Let's just drag our kick in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to macro the start position and the decay and the transposition. And I'm pretty much going to do that for all of them. Let's just go to the map thing here. Decay time, we want a minimum of about 100 milliseconds and a maximum of about 1000 milliseconds, and we don't need to go -48 semitones. We can just go 1 octave. So let's program in some sort of beat here. I'll do something maybe like this, something like that. Okay, stop all the clips and let's just play this one. Right. Okay, I think we maybe want the hold down. Let's put the hold down to about 10 milliseconds. Could maybe do a filter. We don't want to use up all the macros, so I'll worry about the filter later. But maybe let's do the punch. This punch thing is really good. Okay, that's cool. Let's do the same thing for the snare now. Let's get a drum sampler, put this on this one. Let's rename this. Let's rename this kick. And then let's get our snare sample here, put that into this drum sampler. And then we're going to map the start position of this one, the decay and the transpose. Turn that hold down to 10 milliseconds. Go into the map business. And yeah, say 100, 1000, -12 and 12. And then let's program in some sort of snare. Let's give these slightly different chance. And perhaps maybe these other kicks can have a little bit of chance as well. So as you change the start position, you just get completely different sounds. Oh. Okay, all right, that's cool. All right, let's do the next bit. Let's do this. That's a snare. This is like a kind of hat. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Just made a track by accident. Okay. Command R and Command T are very close to each other on the keyboard. Hat. Okay, let's get that hat thing. Drop that in there. And it's the same thing. Macro the start position, macro the decay, macro the transposition, and hold time about 10 milliseconds. Go to the map. And let's say 100 minimum there, 1000 maximum there, and minus 12 and 12 there. And then we could draw in some hi-hats here. Let's set this to 8th notes. Draw in some here. We can't hear them at the moment. Let's maybe move it to a different... Okay. Go back to that clip. Let's put it in this window here like that. Yeah, that's nice. Right. So I'm going to grab these hats, give them all about 50% chance. Put the grid back to 16th notes, shrink them down to 16th notes, move them to there. Oh, I did that wrong. Hang on. Move them to there, then move these ones back, and then these ones can be 100%. Okay, and then let's select those, go to velocity and hit randomize. Pull that down a little bit and maybe add a little bit of deviation. Okay. Not the most exciting beat in the world, but I'll worry about that later. Okay, let's do this percussion thing now. Let's go. Right, everything's a mess. I'm overwhelmed by windows. Let's put the drum sampler in there. Let's get the perc in there like that. And then open out some more of these macros here. Go to the start position, map to macro 10, and the decay to macro 11, and the transposition to macro 12. Good, that should give us enough left for our pad, our synth thing as well. Let's set this down to 10 milliseconds. Go into the map editor and say 100 milliseconds here, 1000 milliseconds here, minus 12, 12, and then go back into the clip and just draw some of these. Bring the chance down, bring the velocity down a little bit, bit of deviation. All right, rename this to Perc. And then we've got our synth. So let's close the map editor. Let's go and get another drum sampler, put that there. Let's rename this to synth and put our synth thing in here. And you guessed it, it's exactly the same. We're going to go start position to macro 13, decay to macro 14, transposition to macro 15. And we'll... This hold will leave a little bit longer, let's say 200 milliseconds. Let's go into the map editor and say minimum 100 milliseconds, maximum 1000. Let's say a bit longer, let's say 2000 because it's a synth part. Minimum transposition minus 12, maximum 12. And then let's draw in, where would these go? These could just go anywhere. Let's just mirror it. Let's have them mirror the kick. But let's bring the chance down and maybe put a little bit of delay on it, just a tiny little bit. Where's the delay? Okay, let's put that there. Let's unlock that, have that one for 5. Try and weigh it down about 25%. All right, let's set them all to punch. Right click, copy value to siblings, right click, copy value to siblings. Great, now they've all got punch. Let's listen to that. All right. Now, when I hit random, because I've macroed all of these, we can randomize the macro. So when I hit random, what's going to happen is that all the samples are going to jump to a different start position, have a different decay time, and have a different transposition as well. They'll be different in pitch, they'll be starting in a different place, and they'll have a different amplitude envelope. And the whole thing is just going to completely change. And it might be fun. Let's have a listen. Right, let's hit random now. Okay. Okay, I think on this synth thing, 200 milliseconds, a bit long on the whole time. Let's maybe do 50. All right. All right, so that kick, I've got one macro free, so I'm going to macro the low pass filter frequency to that. Yeah, so it's sort of like, it might do something and it might just sound nice. Let's maybe put a little bit of swing. I never really do much with the groove pool. I don't think I even know where, how do I even get to it? I think I'm not showing it. Oh, there we go. I need to show it in my browser. Done. Let's do swing 16th 66. Swing 16th. Okay, 100% is a bit much. Let's do 55. There we go. Let's apply that. All right, now we've got a little bit of swing. Okay, we can minimize all these down now. We'll just focus on this. All right, I think it's a little bit flat, so I'm going to do a little bit of compressing like an idiot. Let's go and get the OTT. Then I'm going to group that. This is something I quite like to do quite often. Have a drum bus and an OTT on separate parallel chains. I'm convinced the OTT introduces a bit of latency, so I like to compensate that by putting a line delay on the drum bus at about 6 samples. I'm convinced that fixes the phase issues. Right now it's like really thwacky. Let's maybe bring the OTT channel down a bit. All right, we're getting there. Maybe just a limiter on the end here. All right, then you just sort of click random until you find something that you like. Wow. Some of them are a bit comedy, but some of them might be cool. We just got to find out, haven't we? Maybe a high pass on them. Maybe we need to have, which one's that one? This one? Yeah, I think maybe we need to set the maximum decay time on the hi-hat just slightly less. Let's say 500 milliseconds. Okay, that might be a bit better. similarly on the snare decay is too long as well. So let's maybe make that 500 milliseconds on that as well. And it's quite loud. So let's mix. Maybe bring that down to -8. There we go. So when it does something that you like, you could save that as a macro variation, or you could record it to a new clip here. So let's just record like 4 bars of that. Try a different one. And if you're not entirely happy with the macro variation, the randomization, then you can just tweak it. So maybe that kick is, filter that kick down a little bit. Save that. Record it to a new clip here. That's good. I don't know why I've gone for some sort of... I don't know why I've gone for space garage. You can do this in any genre that you want. Fun. It's very electronic sounding, which is nice. Space Garage or is it New Jack Swing? I was thinking if New Jack Swing came back, would it be New Jack Swing? A bit like if New Metal came back, it would be New Metal. New Metal. New Jack Swing. It's quite good. I'm just recording little 4-bar clips here. Maybe I could... Did I save that microphone? No, let's just do another one. Yeah, I'll do like one more and then I'll stop. Cool. So there we go. That was sort of fun, wasn't it? It was kind of, you know, we just sort of fooled around recording some random sound design using the clip automation. Did that even record the clip automation here? Let's see if it did. Yeah, it did. So all the source material is still there in all of these little clips, and then we resampled them into these long samples, and then we put them into drum samplers, and then macroed them, and then randomized the macro variations, and then you kind of get a completely different kit and sort of a completely different groove as well. A little bit of swing, sample it, save some variations, and that's it. Now let's listen to what we did. Let's listen to this clip. See what this clip's like. It might sound weird, but after like 4 or 5 times of listening to it, you'll just think, oh yeah, it's music. I accept this. Let's do this next clip. And if you're not entirely happy with some of the sounds, you can just layer ones over the top that you like. If you've got a better kick that you like or a better snare. This is more sort of abstract. This one's good. So they all sort of, they sound like they're coming from the same place, which they are, but they're all a little bit different. So they could work as variations or something. That snare came out good. All right, I am happy with how that turned out. So try that yourself. You can make crazy drum kits in just about 30 minutes. I'm going to go and put this on my Patreon now, where if you would like to support me there, you can download this set, plus many, many more Ableton sets, and your support goes towards me making more videos like this, which I hope you enjoy very much. I shall see you again very soon. Goodbye.